Chop around we go. Not much here. This is just really pretty much garbage action. All right, so I'm just kind of watching here. I'm not doing anything. I'm really not doing anything. Carl, bearish engulfing candle setting up on the SPY and the Qs. Yeah, that was probably, I must have missed that a little bit ago. That was 11:27. About 8 minutes ago, right back in here. This is just, I don't give any credence to any of this price action here at all. This is just chop. We absolutely going. The SPY is up a penny. This is really dead market. So I know it's nice to try to find something that's going to tell you what's going to happen. This is not it. This is just junk. Triple M. we were looking at went right to that resistance level. 134.40 is pulled back a little bit. RGTI trading at 939, coming right back up again right off the support level. Again, I'm going to give that some time. PCCA still a good short, down to 38 bucks right now, so down about 5% this morning. eBay gapped up this morning and it's pulled back quite a bit from the gap up. Oops. All right, so the SPY starting to make a little bit of a run here. Very exciting. First move today. Okay, Dimitri. AFK sound like a gamer, man. Triple M just went through the 134.40 level, that resistance level. It went through there. Stays above 134.40. It's got room up to 141.34. SPY moving up here pretty nicely now. Getting a little bit of momentum shift here. Looks pretty good. The chop has been at least eliminated for the time being. We get a nice little move. Again, I'm not going to chase it up here because I haven't taken any of these trades. I just took one earlier for 20 cents, but this is a good entry. But there's been so many that set up and didn't work. You've got to be careful here. There's GRRR moving up a little bit today. SPY putting in a hammer right off the resistance level this morning, support level, moving up toward the 8 right now. See where it goes. RGTI moving kind of sideways right now. I was a little bit concerned about that. We'll see what happens. Now it's bouncing up a little bit, backed up over 960 with the market. $25% on gold calls. Joe, GLD, good job. Gapped up this morning, moved sideways, moving up again right now. Q's looking good. Buy a nice pop. Now it's coming back down again. Again, I don't trust the market at all. Might be muted. Can you hear me now? See if you can hear me now. I think I had some problem with my audio. Let me know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I'll be out of your way in a minute.
Loud and clear, Dan. Okay. Ronald, good to do it. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think I was muted. I had to go into. Gary, thank you. Yeah, I had to go into my go to webinar settings and turn them off and back on again for some reason. I don't know why. It showed on my end. It showed it was broadcasting fine, but apparently there wasn't. All right. Again, I just don't trust this market one bit. All I got on is I got that RGTI strangle, which isn't really doing anything right now. It's trading at 963. I need to see a decent move in it. I'm going to give it I'll probably give it a cut till Friday, unless I can get a profit today. I'll probably give it till Friday. Netflix, Nvidia. Not doing too much here. Moving sideways again, up 50 cents. Triple N pulling back toward the 134.40 level. That's a support level that it just broke through this morning. Jonathan, hey, thanks, Jonathan. Welcome back to the YouTube.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Again, this is a really crap market today for trading. The choppy, very choppy conditions. You can see we just going back and forth above and below the VWAP. We finally got above it here, but just not much else going on. Got some work going on in the house right this minute, so for the next 5 or 10 minutes, I'm going to have to shut the mic down and come back when that's over. The market's not doing anything anyway, not much I can say. I'm just waiting. Hopefully this afternoon I can get some opportunities to trade the SPY super system a little bit. Terry, I got my mic turned off because there's too much noise in the house right this second. Ali, I don't use the 8 EMA for the SPY super system. You can use the 8. I don't. I use the 15. The 8 and the 15 kind of go together. I use one as a backstop for the other one, but I don't put the 8 on here, but I do have it on my SPY on my TC2000 chart. back here now. It's quieted down a little bit, but what happened while I was away? Not much. The Qs went up, the Qs went down. The SPY went up, the SPY went down. Again, I'm hoping to catch a couple of SPY Super System trades this afternoon, because I haven't really been able to do anything right now. This morning I had one SPY Super System trade that I made $20 on a contract. That's it. But other than that, can't do anything. RGTI is just moving sideways right now. Roblex pulling back, but still up 6 cents today. Very, very, very non-directional market here. Very, very non-directional. SPY covered back down to the VWAP again. Going negative on the momentum indicator. Bearish. This is a good entry. Oh, it's an entry. I don't know how good it is, but it's an entry. I mean, keep your positions small. SPY trading at 587.57. The SPY Super Systems short setup here right now. Again, we're bearish on the momentum indicator. We're breaking down below the VWAP. So again, if you get in short here, just if it closes a candle above the VWAP, you got to get out and take a loss. And this is what the whole day has been so far. You know, this was a decent setup here, but the problem is you keep getting these red candles mixed in. So I'm short SPY here a little bit with some puts. Nothing big, but I'm short the SPY right now. We'll see if we get any kind of flush. I'm not confident we will. We haven't had anything to show that yet, so I'll probably be just trying to pick off some quick profits if I can get them. Very choppy. Right at lunchtime here too, about 12:12. So we got lunch decides, which slows it down. But just see if we get any kind of a flush down in the market, and I'll just grab some profits on the SPY. I have some puts on it right now. Yeah, not a big move here. I don't know if we're going to get any big moves, but I'm not going to give it much room, I'll tell you that. Again, I get in just about right at the VWAP, and we'll see if we get a little bit of a flush down here. SPY still coming in here. Again, I get into the SPY puts and for the SPY super system. Again, we haven't had any proof of any of these things are going to follow through today, but this was a couple of candles, so I took this one and I took the SPY at 156 for the 588s. I took it to $1.56. It's at $1.81 right now. $1.81, and any signs of a bounce, I'm getting out. And I'm out. Okay, so I took profits on that. It took about 25 cents. For me, in a day like this, that's actually a good trade, because there just isn't an awful lot of opportunities. But I did take that, and I took 25 cents off of that SPY super system. And you can use the 8 for the SPY super system. I don't have it on here. I have it on TC2000. But the 8 and the 15, kind of go together. I run them hand in hand. If a stock breaks down below the 8 exponential moving average, then I use the 15 as a stop, and especially on the daily I use that. But it's okay on the 5-minute too to do that. Anyway, I'm out of the SPY puts. I took them right here, just about as it broke the VWAP, and I'm out. So 25 cents not bad. I mean, I'll take that. $25 a contract. A couple $100 profit. So on a day like this, it's about all you can get. Watching RGTI go nowhere. It's just cruising sideways, which is always a concern on these straggles. But again, you're not going to lose a huge amount of money on it today so far, because you've still got a couple of days to go. Hopefully everybody can hear me right now. Hopefully the audio is working. Audio is fine. Thanks, Eric. Too bad the market wasn't fine. Just a piece of garbage today. Again, this was the $25 contract profit I made on this. I'm out right now. It's still moving down, but I'm not going to hang around with it, and I'm not going to chase it down here. Alright, so market again, we fell through here, but I don't have a lot of confidence that the market's going to continue down, so I took profits in the SPY puts. Basically, I just got one candle. That's it. Alright, see if we have any questions. Nope, quieted down a little bit. A lot of folks in here today. Thank you for all the call-outs this morning and questions. It's very helpful when we get all of those. Again, the market's starting to bounce. All I can tell you today is this is a very difficult day for trading. Very difficult day. Even for intraday trading, this is very, very difficult. So, best advice is watch. I mean, I put that RGTI strangle on, it's doing absolutely nothing. The stock is moving dead sideways, which is exactly what you don't want it to do. But again, we're not going to lose a lot of money on it today. We'll see what happens. NVIDIA right now down about 50 cents. MSTR, which is the other strangle I got on, down $19. Starting to show a little action now on MSTR. Again, MSTR I get in yesterday at $23.70, $23.70. It's right now $24.75. So it's up $1 or $100 a contract. I get a sell order at $28.70. I'm not sure if it'll get there or not. I see how far MSTR goes down today. But this thing can move 30 points, 35 points. And it's moving in my favor right now. But I'll watch it because the puts are in the money on MSTR right now. The puts are in the money, and so I don't want it to bounce back up again because my levels on this, I have 340 and 342.50. So 340 was my short. So as long as it keeps on going down, the premium's going to keep going up. Once it reverses, I'll have to exit the trade. So again, I came watching MSTR on the 5-minute. It's right down $20 right now. Options at $25.60 for that strangle. $25.60 again. I paid $23.70 for it. So I'm up $2 a contract right now. I'm looking to get $4 a contract. Actually, I'm trying to get $5 a contract. Trying to get to $28.70. Right now it's $25.70. But I'll watch the price action here. And it's falling pretty strongly. See it coming down pretty hard. Again, down $20, almost $21 right now. So it's going to need to drop for me to get out. It's probably have to drop probably another, I would say, to around 317 or so. It's roughly. Right now it's at 23.70 and it's 26.30 right now. So almost $3 up right now. So I'm looking to get to 28.70. As long as it continues down, the premiums will keep going up. If it turns around and reverses back up again, they'll start going the other way. So I've been watching it closely. Doug, appreciate the comments on the SPY Super System. You're welcome. This is tough trading today. This is tough trading. I mean, I pulled off 2 SPY Super System trades today, but these things are really difficult. And this is not a good place to be just learning. The SPY's still coming in. Again, I took profits here as it broke through the VWAP, but it's coming down pretty good. So I could have made a little bit more money on that. I did not stay in it. Not today. I made $25 a contract. It's up another 50 since then, so could have made quite a bit more on it if I wanted to ride it down. SPY right here, moving in, moving down. Again, I'm in this MSTR strangle, and I'm watching it very closely here because of any kind of bounce, I'm going to take it off. It's at 26.35 right now, so I'm up about 300 on this thing for a contract. And we'll see if we're getting these big red candles on a doji, big red candles on a doji. NVIDIA starting to come back in now. And RGTI falling a little bit with the market. Market coming in here pretty strong now. Pretty good drop on the SPY. The daily SPY's got room right now down to about 580, 539. That is the next support level. 580, 539 is coming in pretty fast right now. So pretty good sell-off right here. I should have stayed in those SPY puts, but I didn't. This got me out right here on this kind of a day, so I'm very hard to know that this was going to happen. MSTR still coming in, trading at 317 right now. I get a 28.70 sell order in there right now. It's at 27.70. So I need another drop in MSTR of about $1. Probably about 316 will get me out roughly around 316, 315, 50, something. I'm getting a little bit of a bounce here, which I don't want to see. There it comes, coming back down again. SPY starting to get a little bit of a bounce here. MSTR bouncing back up again. Probably gonna have to change my sell order on this thing. SPY's bouncing as well. We'll see what it does. SPY trying to bounce. MSTR is bouncing. So I gotta watch this pretty close. Again, the bounce up here now is not, I don't want to, this is, it's gonna drain premium out of there pretty quickly. And I need to see this turn right back down again pretty soon, or I'm gonna take it off. I'm still up money on it, but not what I was. I've got a support line at 317 on MSTR, so I'm gonna have to be careful here. I'm gonna probably peel it off here just in a minute. SPY with a little bounce, same thing as MSTR. Will it continue? I don't know. Yeah, MSTR very volatile, just bounced $4 in a one candle. SPY starting to retrace a little bit. I'm just trying to manage this MSTR position right now. It's bounced up pretty good, and I gotta watch it closely here. But if it starts to reverse back down again, I'll start to increase my price again, but right now it's going against me. SPY came right down to that 580, 539 and bounced off of it. Again, this is a fairly significant horizontal resistance level right here, horizontal support level. Came through it and bounced right off of it. It's a pretty, that's the gap fill for the election right there. The gap up. So this is a fairly good support level. It hasn't been able to really break through there yet. So for any extended period of time. MSTR creeping back up again. Again, I'm just barely up on the trade now. So I'm going to need a little bit of a flush. Again, it still hasn't even got up to the 15 yet, so I'm going to give it, see if it'll bounce off of there and head back down again. If I'd been paying attention, I could have pulled off MSTR when it hit the support level right there, 317. That was where I should have got out, but I didn't. Now I've got to see what happens. There's the 8, there's the 15, there's the VWAP right there. So still down pretty hard. And again, this thing can move a lot. Down 18 points, it can drop. It can move 30 points in a day easily. We'll see if the 8 offers resistance for it. Alright, so I'm just going to let that go for a little bit. And I got a sell order in there for $200 a contract profit. So we'll see if it gets there. See if we have any questions. Carl, new daily lows for the Qs and the SPY. Yeah, and it bounced right off of it. And again, that SPY level that I mentioned is pretty important. Closure MSTR strangle for break even. Took it too late in the day. Okay, Allie. Yesterday, yeah, I know. I'm gonna hang with it, see if it pulls back again. I don't trust this market to the upside. The SPY starting to fade. We do have a strong support level on the SPY here that it's gone down to, and MSTR has got 1 to 217. But if at 317, if I can get this thing to pull back to around 317, 318, I'll be in some good profit. So I'll take it off. Right now, I'm just going to wait. Let's see here. Jonathan, yeah, the SPY was right to the top of the election gap. Yeah, that's a fairly big spot right there, and it bounced off of it on the SPY. Again, that level on the SPY is 585.39. 585.39. This is the election gap right there. It just went slightly through it and then bounced off of it. You know, these levels are not, obviously they're not pinpoints. They typically need to be drawn with crayon instead of a pencil, because there's obviously room around them to go through them a little bit. And you can watch MSTR as it continues to bounce here. I'm going to take some lunch here in just a little bit. It's about 12:40, so about 4 or 5 more minutes. I'll go ahead and stop the YouTube feed and stop for lunch, as the SPY bounces here now, and so is MSTR. So this is going to drain away all of my profits, because it's rolling down about $16, but we'll see where it goes. Again, the trade is good till Friday, so I can give it some time as well, but I'd rather have it going into the put side than the short side. I mean, I'd rather have it continue down as opposed to bouncing, because bouncing until it gets all the way up to my strike, which is 342.50. It's going to have to go 20 points just to get to the point where those things are back even again. So. Look at the daily chart in MSTR, by the way. This is what the daily chart looks like. It's still pretty bearish. You see this big move up here, and then a pull down. I had a strangle on it the other day and made good money on that there, and this time I'm short again. Well, I'm strangling it again and again, but it's below the 8 on the daily, and it's just hit this 317. So these are pretty big moves here. I mean, that's 338 up to here and 317 down to here. So we'll see if it pulls back again. But this is I will hold it probably if I don't get my profits today, because this is still bearish, and this could still roll over and head down further. That's my thinking on it. I was a little bit more proactive. I could have got out of it for a nice profit earlier, about $300 a contract, but right now it's bouncing and my profits are gone. By trying to bounce here. Momentum going to blue, barely blue. You can see the oscillator here just popped above 20. So it's blue because it's sloping up. But it's a big difference between being blue here and being blue up here near the 80. MSTR still going back against me now because it moved right up to the 15. We'll see what happens. Douglas, the SPY started down sharply when the FOC minutes were being read. I don't think they release them till 2 o'clock. I don't know, but I don't think this minutes got anything to do with this. Mendel, you tried to learn the SPY super system? Tough day to learn it. I'll tell you that. At 12:04, you took. Let me look here. 12:04, you took the SPY long because it hit the 15 EMA and we're still green. 12:04. Let's put the SPY in here. So it is 12:04. This is the SPY. Hit the. Are you sure? What time? Are you talking about 12:04 Eastern time? Mendel, I'm not sure what you're telling me here. You said you took the SPY long at 12:04 because it was green. Now here's the SPY. Okay, here's 12:04 is right here, right on this candlestick. All right, it's the current time frame momentum is yellow. It's bearish. It hit the VWAP, was coming down. This is where I went short right here as it broke down. This was a short setup. Over here is 12 o'clock on this candle. but it's green, but look at the price action. So you're not taking anything long here. You would not be taking long. This was where you could have taken a long, right in here. As it went from, came across the 15 right here and bounced up. This was a long entry, but this is a short entry right here. So I'm not sure how you're getting 1204 that hit the 15 EMA and was green. It wasn't green. And if, for taking it when it goes out, like when it comes down like that against you, first of all, it shouldn't have been long there. All right, there's no way to take this long with a yellow current time frame momentum and the stock dropping below the 15 right here. If you're talking about here, you could have taken it here. If this is what you're talking about, like 1155. Okay, that was tentatively a long because you had a green setup here. But you would have had to get a follow through here. It didn't get any follow through at all. This candle did not confirm this candle. So if you get in here, you had to be out immediately before you even get down here. When this flush candle came through. And so if you're getting in on the 15, you got to get out as it closes below the 15. This should have been your exit if you were long right there. And with the price action today, I wouldn't have been touching long. You need some decent price action like this. Big candle, coming through the VWAP. Now you get some follow through. Ali, PGNY. Yeah, PGNY breaking up through the 100-day moving average. It's been above it for 4 days. Today's the most significant candle we've had on that. Coming off a pretty deep low. It's in a gap fill up to about 24. Yeah, it's an interesting look on that one. Ari, again, it's coming off a pretty bad low here, but then it bounced up, gapped up, put in a bull flag, and now it's trying to follow through on it. So it could very well follow through. A lot of wicks and tails, very choppy price action, but here's your gap fill right over to here. All right, so if I draw my gap fill box in there. There's the gap fill that it's just going into. Again, this is just getting into this gap fill. You got to be careful. You notice this gap fill has offered resistance the last three times it got there. So you want to see it close inside this gap to go along that. The candle is when it crossed the 15. Mendel, let's go back to the SPY again. When it crossed the 15, this is the 15 right here. And it turned yellow right after you took the trade. Is this what you're talking about here? When it crossed, it didn't really cross the 15 since way back here. It's been above the 15 the whole way. The only cross of the 15 was this drop down. When it dropped through the 15 to the downside, this would have been a short. You would be watching because it's coming up to the VWAP right here. And hopefully your indicators are all the way they should be on this. You want to make sure that you do not have just to show you, okay. On the equities, see where it says show extended hours trading. You want to make sure that's not checked. You want to make sure the show extended hours trading session on the equities is not checked off, because that's gonna skew your your indicators. But it did turn yellow just after. So this is where it said it turned yellow right here when it came back down through the 15, but it never really went up through the 15. I mean, it came down to it pretty much, very close to it right here. But that's not a really SPY super system setup. This is a SPY super system setup right here, as it breaks through the VWAP and it's yellow. Right now we have a no trade right here. You got blue, bullish, but we're below the 15, below the VWAP. And I have a video on that, Mendel, as well, on that SPY super system. EIX is really coming down hard off of those fires in California. Terry said you may have entered before the candles, before the candle finished forming. Yeah, I mean, he said 12:04. So it had to be right here. I mean, this is 12 a kick candle. This is a 12:05 candle. It never really, this candle never broke above the 15. This might have on here. It might have come down and bounced above it. I don't know what the 1 minute is on it, but again, it's long the SPY right here was this far away from the 15. If it's coming back, you want to wait for a bounce off the 15 in case if you want to go long that. Right now, you can't do that. I mean, you can do it, but it's not good. That's EIX, by the way. That's coming down hard off of the fires in California. Edison International Electric Utility out there, it's down 12% right now. Trading at 68.07 with a 66.77 support level. Alright, I'm going to get some lunch. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the YouTube feed. Thank you, everybody in YouTube, for being here today. I appreciate it. And we're here, try to be here every day. Tomorrow, the market is closed tomorrow. Thursday, the market is closed all day tomorrow. Alright, so we'll